If you're shooting portraits, you know one of the most annoying and tedious jobs is removing stray hairs. You're looking at 10 minutes to zoom in and retouch manually with a healing brush, clone stamp, etc. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm using Retouch For Me, the new stray hair plugin. I've been using the Retouch For Me plugins over the past couple of years, from the dodge and burn to the heal and portrait volumes, and then you add in the stray hairs and it has completely sped up my portrait editing workflow. And what's great is when you buy these plugins, you can use it as many times as you want without having to worry about a credit system. So let's jump right in and let me show you how I'm using these plugins for my portrait editing. Let's cover todo el pedo. Now let's take a look at the first image that we have here. So we have a standard studio shot, something that you guys probably will typically get on a white background, but then we get all these little stray hairs. Now there's a couple of ways that you can use the stray hair plugin. You can duplicate a layer in Photoshop, or you can use the panel, which I highly recommend just get the panel. I'll show you why in a little bit. But let me show you the first method. You can just duplicate the layer, boom, go to filter, Retouch For Me, and any plugins that you've purchased will be listed here. So these are the ones that I have. I'm gonna go ahead and use the stray hair. And then we get the dialog box that appears right here, and it's going to go ahead and detect it. Now, what's great about the Retouch For Me plugin is that it can be used offline, so you don't need online access to use it. Now, within this panel, you do have the ability to remove and erase areas that it may be made mistakes on, or to brush in to fill in masks. But I like to do that with the layer masks in Photoshop. Instead, I find it to be much easier. Now, if you do end up doing this method, you would just want to put on layer mode and then just check mark it. Go ahead and hit apply, and there we go. So if we look at it, let's go ahead and zoom in here, and we take a look at the before and after. This is what it's done, and it's done a great job. Now, there's some areas that are going to need to be adjusted. So this is why I like using the layer mask manually. So add the layer mask. White means it's showing what it's currently done. I'm going to get the brush tool, switch it to black, and now I can brush back in any little areas that I want. So sometimes adding just a little bit of the flyaways back in will make it look a little bit more realistic, because sometimes if you don't, it tends to look a little bit flat. So I can always hit this eyeball. And so once again, before and after. Now, what I absolutely love about this plugin is that it also works here on the inside. So if I look here, the before, after, and it's done a great job. Now, if I need to adjust anything, I could always just add a new layer and go in there and fix anything that needs to be adjusted. So overall, if we look at this first image, once again, before and then the after. Now let's jump into another image that we have here. Now this one is going to be a little bit more complicated, because now we have a actual background and we have a bunch of flyaways in the face here. So here we have a portrait that I absolutely love. And then this happens, I'm sure this happens to you guys, where there's a lot of wind and then the hair gets in the face and you're like, oh my gosh, like, am I really gonna have to manually adjust these, right? Because this is the old method. Let's look at the old method of doing things, right? We can get the patch tool and we could adjust it. We can also make a new layer like I just did, and then use the clone stamp and, you know, adjust some of the stuff as well, which, as we know, it's going to take forever. I used to do this, by the way, with frequency separation, and it can be done. Let me be real here. It can be done the manual way. It's going to take 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how complicated it is. And this is why I love this plugin, because now I can just get it done in less than 30 seconds to a minute. Now, depending on how fast it performs is going to depend on your computer. But I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. And now we're going to use the panel. I highly recommend, guys, get the panel, because what's cool about the panel is that I can use the heal. I can use the mattifier if I wanted to, which I'm not on this because it doesn't need it. Dodge and burn, portrait volumes. I can adjust the fabric if needed, and the stray hair. So basically I can run like 6 plugins all at once, and it'll automatically add the layer. So this is available on the website to download. Whatever plugins that you do buy, you can run them. And then what makes it even better is that I can auto adjust. If I hit this drop down arrow, dodge and burn, I have it at 80%. Portrait volumes, I'm going to say 25%, because those can look a little bit overkill at times. So I'm going to go ahead and hit retouch. I'm going to let it run for about a minute or so, and then we'll take a look at the results. All right, now it's done retouching. I'm gonna look at the folder. Look at this folder that it already creates with all of the plugins that I wanted to run. And once again, I have to emphasize, that's why I freaking love the panel, get the panel. So portrait volumes automatically already added 25%. That just adds more of a three-dimensional kind of global dodge and burn. And here's the regular dodge and burn, did a great job there. But let's jump right into the stray hairs. Look at what it did. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. If we zoom in here, look at all these ones here on the face, right? Did a pretty dang good job there. If we look on the outside, you'll see on the outside, did a great job. I'm gonna go ahead and go down. Now, sometimes it goes here into the inside of the hairs on the chest, and those I don't typically want. So once again, I'll add a layer mask. White means that the effect is showing. I'm gonna get the black brush, and I actually just wanted to leave all of that stuff alone. I'm gonna hit the eyeball here again. I'm gonna bring these back, bring a little bit of those back. Those are perfectly fine. I'm gonna remove that. And then if we look here, you'll see that there's still a little bit of spots left, right? And those, obviously, I'll have to go in there and manually retouch these little areas right here, which is totally fine. I've found no matter what software you use when it comes to stray hairs, there's always going to be a little bit of manual work that is involved. And so you have to decide, right? So I'm still having to go in here and fix a couple of things, right? You guys get the general idea. I'm just using the remove tool here, and I can either manually retouch everything myself, or I can just do a little bit like you see there to fix it and go about my day and continue doing all the other things I need to do. So these are just the couple of little things I have to fix up. We get the general idea, but overall, I mean, come on. I thought that this looks really awesome right there just on the face, especially the flyaways on the inside. And if you're loving the results so far, I'll have an affiliate link down listed below so you can get 20% off any plugin. Now let's look at another image. This is something that, man, during high school senior season back in May, oh my gosh, I had so many photo shoots. Here in Texas, it gets windy. And man, once again, trying to manually adjust all of these little flyaway hairs can get a little bit insane. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Retouch For Me panel. I'm going to go ahead and run it again. I'm going to retouch that. It'll take about a minute or so, and then we'll take a look at the results. All right, now the panel's done. Let's just take a look at what it's done so far. So the before and then the after. Now, once again, the results that I absolutely love is the one on the inside, because that's the most difficult part. And it's done a pretty good job. There's a couple of areas that we might need to refine here. But let's go ahead and fix the hair that's up here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this. I ran all these other plugins, but right now we're just focusing on the stray hairs. So I'm going to come back and let's take a look at which ones we want to bring back. So I want to bring back the hair over here. There's a couple of strands that I feel like it's going to make it look a little bit more natural. So we're going to go right about here, and we'll bring a little bit of these back and those. And let me go ahead and zoom out. And let's zoom in here on the face. And so overall, yeah, all of these up here, I'm going to bring back just a little bit here and here. And if we look, this little area, it left some marks there. So this isn't too bad. Once again, you can decide, do you want to remove this hair here? Or we can bring some back if we want it to look something like that, and we can go about our day. So it's really up to you. If I wanted to, I could remove all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And there you go. I've already removed that area. I used the generative AI. Now there are some areas here on the teeth that I could go in there and just manually remove. But once again, I'm just trying to emphasize here that it's giving me a great starting point. Instead of having to do this stuff manually, it gives me a much faster starting point than before. So let's go ahead and look at another image. Now this does work on multiple subjects as well. So here I have two girls here, and I've already ran the plugin because you guys get the general idea already. And so the stray hairs, and as we know already, we can add the layer mask, bring this back in on the areas that maybe we want to make it look a little bit more natural, but overall it's done a great job, and bada bing, bada boom. Now I do have to emphasize once again, if you buy the other plugins, which I'm a big fan of, the Dodge and Burn, Portrait Volumes, And the heal, and if you're wondering what they do, the heal is going to remove the blemishes. So if you're somebody that's like, man, having to remove each blemish, and as you know, that does take a lot of time, you can use that one. Dodge and burn is for skin retouching, which does a great job. And then the portrait volumes, which just adds that nice depth to the overall image. Well, at least on your subject, I should say. And then, of course, you got fabric. So fabric, what that's going to do is that's just going to reduce the wrinkles on the clothing. And then, as we've been discussing, the stray hairs. So let's look at the results one more time here with this image, before and then the after, before and after. And now let's take a look at one last image here. So as you can see here, I ran all of these plugins, the dodge and burn one. Let's take a look at this one. So if you're curious, Eli, man, I love the dodge and burn, but I want to know more information on how this works. I do have other Retouch For Me videos on my channel. I'll have those linked in the description. So if you want to know how dodge and burn works, the portrait volumes, the fabric, all those other plugins that I talked about in this video, I'll have those linked in the description. So dodge and burn, I feel like is one of the must-have ones for Retouch For Me. It does a great job with the skin retouching. Portrait volumes just adds a little bit of that depth once again. The fabric we've talked about. And then let's take a look at the stray hairs. So before and then the after. And I want to bring some back over here. So we're going to get the black brush and we're going to just bring that back in right there. Let's take a look here on the neck. I think that looked good. I'm making a little small adjustment there. Small adjustment here. That looks great. And then I'm going to bring back the hair right around here. All right, so let's go ahead and go back and let's do a close-up. So before and then after. Now you might be wondering, well, Eli, this is great. It does it for one image, but what if I want to do batch editing? I want to do 5 images, 15, 20, 30, 50 images, and I want to run this program because I don't want to have to go into Photoshop and do one at a time. Retouch For Me does have a program called Arams where you can throw in batch editing and you can throw in images in there and you can run all these plugins. You can also create a Photoshop action and a droplet so that you can do this once again with multiple images so that you don't have to do this one at a time. So just keep that in mind. And now that we've seen multiple images, let me know what you think of the results. Now, I've been experimenting with different software and plugins to see which one does the best job with stray hairs. Now, I'm going to be honest, Retouch For Me, in my opinion, has been doing the best job thus far. And if you are interested in getting these plugins, once again, I do have the 20% off code down below so that you guys can save some money. And don't forget, once you buy this plugin, you can use it as many times as you want without having to get into any of that credit system stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.